Just do the right thing. Put the trash where it belongs.
And that was Bryant Somerville reporting.
And now, your Storm Center 7 forecast. That's weather coverage you can count on.
Robert, whenever we're talking about a big change in temperature, I always get a little nervous that we're going to have some severe weather. And we're going from like the 40s to the 70s, so that's pretty big.
Exactly, and that's a good thing to know because it's true. Typically, you might see something like that. And the good news for us, at least, not for others, but there is a risk for severe weather down toward the south. And what I mean by the south, I mean the deep south, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. So hopefully we don't see anything like we saw just last week down there. But we will see some showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms across our way, but the overall risk for severe weather is pretty minimal tomorrow. There is a risk. We probably will hear a few rumbles of thunder, but it's on the lower end of the spectrum. You can see those official categories from the National Weather Service. We're in number 1, marginal, the green. So everywhere you see green, there is a chance that we could see a thunderstorm copping attitude, but overall things should be pretty tame. We'll have to watch the radar as we get a bit into the evening tomorrow. One thing that we have to worry about is the winds, like I told you. When you're driving, be aware. With gusts up to 40 miles per hour, or even above that, high-profile vehicles, trucks, you're going to feel it a little bit more than other ones, like the Civic that I'm driving, or be aware of swerving as well, because it'll even push your little Civic around if you're not careful. So be aware of that. With warmer temperatures tomorrow, we're already starting to see a warming trend now. If you compare the temperature to this time yesterday in Dayton, we're about 12 degrees warmer. So we are trending that way, and we will certainly be trending that way as we move into tomorrow afternoon with temperatures in the mid-70s, well above average for this time of year. You can see the temperature trend in the next several days. Very warm temperature tomorrow, and then more or less seasonable for Thursday. We're a little bit chilly for Friday, and then we kind of moderate heading into the weekend. So, yeah, the roller coaster thing, I know I could talk about that, how temperatures are like a roller coaster, but you can count on tomorrow being very warm and then pretty chilly on Friday before things kind of chill out, no pun intended, by the weekend. Satellite radar, more or less quiet in southwest Ohio. We did have some showers moving in across the area, and you can see a little bit of the green popping up here. There may be a few sprinkles. It's not as noisy, if you will, as what you're seeing right here. Some of that is just noise that the radar is picking up. But what you see over here to the right part of your screen, that is actually some shower activity, and it's moving across central Ohio at the moment. That is what moved through our area a little bit earlier. And the cloud cover is pretty thick, but you can see it breaking up a little bit across the Miami Valley, and we'll probably be left with mostly cloudy skies overnight. That'll keep us a little bit warmer than what we had just a few nights ago. Now the Futurecast shows another chance of some returning sprinkles in the morning hours, and then as we move into the afternoon, actually pretty quiet with some sunshine. The more sunshine we get, probably the better potential we do have for a thunderstorm. And you can see as we move into about 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow, that's when we do expect some showers, perhaps a couple thunderstorms mixed in there. So just want to keep an eye on the forecast as we move out through that period. So here's the 7-day forecast. Again, the weekend pretty quiet, and then as we move into next week, temperatures more seasonable for this time of year with perhaps some showers returning Tuesday. And 76 degrees for Wednesday. That's about 19 above average for this time of year. So it is a warm day, but is it the warmest on record? No, nowhere near that. But speaking of that, it's possible that we may have measured the largest temperature anomaly on record, but it wasn't here in the United States. It was in the southern hemisphere. You know, the southern hemisphere now is tilting away from the Earth, so they're getting closer toward winter while we're getting closer toward summer. And on March 18th, we actually measured a very warm temperature at the Dome C Concordia Research Center down there in Antarctica. March 18th, the typical high for that day is -56. That's very cold, obviously. But the recorded high was actually 11 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a difference of about 67. Now, these numbers could be, you can argue these numbers a little bit, but right now it looks like that could be the largest temperature anomaly on record in the globe in recorded history. So it could be Antarctica, but still 11 degrees? Nah, I'll take the 75 tomorrow, Molly.
My goodness, 11 degrees, and that is the high. Yikes. I'm going to stay out of Antarctica. Thanks so much, Robert. After escaping the Russian invasion, the Ukrainian